KHL Interior Design Studio by Dakota Day Harrell. Kelly Hart Langford founded KHL Design Studio in 2007, expanding through the years to house 2 junior designers, a senior designer, and of course Kelly herself. KHL has made an impact on their area. KHL Design Studio is an all-inclusive interior design company that strives to meet its clients' needs. With weekly team meetings, inspiration boards, and a vast array of backgrounds, the company stays focused with their goals at hand. Together, they work to create memorable spaces spanning from residential to commercial needs, while zoning in on a personal style or a corporate image. The KHL design team works to bring a transitional, contemporary, and modern design to every element. Located in Lee Summit, Missouri, in the historic district, KHL works for clients of the metropolitan area of Kansas City, Missouri. For this snapshot, we'll look at the goals first: expanding beyond 3rd Street, creating a lasting impression, and reaching new outlets. This campaign will help KHL Interior Design Studio with stabilizing their online presence and social media outreach. Together, we will focus on why the client is important and how to make a lasting impression with their clients. This campaign will help KHL reach a new clientele and grow their brand awareness and reputation in the local and nearby communities, expanding into a new geographic area. During this campaign, I will help KHL host an open event to attract new clients and show them who KHL is and what they can do for their clients. In this campaign, I will help KHL grow as a business and make a smooth transition for them into understanding social media outreach, client interactions, and SEO optimization. Looking at our objectives, being 6 weeks out. My first objective is to increase KHL Design Studio's brand awareness and reputation through social media outreach and to grow their list of potential clients by 10% from November 2015 to May 2016. My second objective is to increase attendance at the Lee Summit Open House Weekend, which is March 14th through the 16th of 2016. My goal is to have 10 more people sign up as a potential client and provide contact information compared to last year. The third objective is to have KHL Design Studio mentioned or featured in a local magazine, Kansas City Spaces, by May 2016. And finally, the fourth objective is to help KHL restructure their social media and blog calendars to make a bigger impact using SEO optimization, Google AdWords, and Google Analytics for tracking. In order to meet these objectives, we'll have to use certain strategies. 5 ways to reach our goals is what we'll look at. First, to develop a social media outreach campaign and email Kansas City Spaces the required content to get featured. Currently, they require a video news release, several photos, in addition, a content layout featuring what you'd like in their magazine. For this strategy, I'll be sending them both a commercial and residential element. Now, the second strategy is to expand KHL Design Studio's presence on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Pinterest through promotions and a social media strategy. Number 3 is to develop an editorial calendar for website content, social media posts, and press releases. Number 4, develop an email campaign to increase event and brand awareness while soliciting feedback, engagement, and support. And number 5, optimize all online content for search engines. Now, in order to do these, of course, we'll have to look at our tactics. Understanding how to get the problem solved in the most effective way. In order to do this, I'll create a magazine spread for both a commercial and residential client to send to Kansas City Spaces. Looking at our second one, create a VNR and pitch email to send to Kansas City Spaces accompanied with the magazine spreads. I'll continue to strategically post to social media sites and target new clientele. Together, we'll create a social media content calendar that can be easily transferred to KHL after our time together. Assess KHL Design Studio's project calendar and create a content calendar for 3 months to go hand in hand with upcoming events and grand openings of locations they're working on. Add all new clientele to the current email list and set up email reminders to email promotions, reminders, updates, and specials that KHL will be running. And finally, to help KHL understand what SEO optimization is and how to practice it on all blog posts and website outreach. Finally, we'll need to look at the evaluations and the benchmarks. How has this campaign gone? We need to understand how the campaign went, assess the results, and plan for our future. Together, KHL and Dakota will measure the results of this campaign project. The results will be measured in phases. In Phase 1, the results will be measured after the completion of Lee Summit Springs Open House, which runs March 14th to the 16th. At the close of the open house, Dakota and Kelly, owner of KHL, will meet to discuss how many attendees visited KHL and how many people signed up for email updates and as prospective clients. At this meeting, it is the hope of Dakota to bring in more traffic than last year and have an increase of 10 people total compared to last year signed up for the email newsletter or as a prospective client. While 10 seems like a low number, it is a smaller community with a smaller outreach and a smaller element of people coming to this event. This moves us to Phase 2. Phase 2 will be completed near the end of the capstone project. However, this date has not yet been set. At this time, Dakota and Kelly will look at how many followers, clicks, and the duration of visits on the KHL website using Google Analytics, and they'll compare what they have now compared to when this project started in November 2015. It's the hope of both Dakota and Kelly to see an increase in overall traffic, an improved click-through rate, and length of stay on the website, as well as bring their social media following up by 64% collectively through all of their websites. At the Phase 2 meeting, a transition meeting will be held to discuss the efforts of Dakota and how KHL can upkeep these methods once the capstone project is complete. During this project, Dakota has been working very closely with Abby Elson, junior designer for KHL, and I've been training her on search engine optimization, content calendars, and social media planning. So at the conclusion of the Phase 2 meeting, KHL will discuss all journalistic efforts that have been taken and if the goals have been met regarding the efforts. It's the hope of Dakota to land KHL a magazine feature for either residential or commercial client. This magazine feature can be in either Kansas City Space's online or print magazine. At this time, Dakota will also pass along all email lists, media contacts, and further information that she has gathered for KHL. At the Phase 2 meeting, a Phase 3 meeting will be set up for exactly 1 month following the conclusion of the capstone project. This will allow us to follow up with KHL and assess how their progress has been going on their own and help with any transitional efforts, questions, or concerns they may have. Should at any point in any of the phases a goal not be met, it's the hope of Dakota to push that goal into the next phase and meet the goal by the conclusion of the next phase. Should any goal not be met, Dakota will work very closely with KHL to understand how and why this goal was not met, what changes should be made, and can this goal be hit again in the future. Therefore, if it can be met, it will be pushed into the next phase. However, if it cannot be met, we will understand together why it cannot be met and what should be changed in our efforts. Please view all sources and note that all photos were taken by Dakota Day Harrell.